Hey guys, how you all doing today or tonight? I just wanted to show you all the other things that I got from farmers market yesterday. It was a really small farmers market, but we wanted to go because it was in a different location, and it was where the old bus station used to be and all. And I didn't even know that it used to be over there, but it was pretty cool. Anyways, I got this pot holder. I thought it was really cool. And this girl had, this lady had, um, what's it called? It was really cool. It was like, looked like this or whatever. Okay, it looked like a bowl. And it was, okay, I'll show you what it looked like. It looked like kind of like this, but it was like a bowl shape of a pot holder. And it was actually to keep your, when your bowl comes out of the microwave, how hot it is and stuff. It was to keep that from getting too hot on your lap. And all, I should have done a video. It was just so hot yesterday. It really made me sick. I got dehydrated and stuff. I tried to drink water and I tried to drink liquids with mostly water in it and stuff, but I still got dehydrated. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that. Now that I think about it, those are really cute pot holders and all, crafts and stuff. I should have gotten a couple more of those, and maybe hopefully I can get a couple more of those next time and all. It's got black cats in it. It's got, pumpkins and stuff. There was actually two of them. I should have gotten both of them. But anyways, I got these, and they were kind of expensive. I don't even know if I should have gotten them now. But I think this is really cool because they're made out of um, recycled material and all. Okay, and then this one here, same thing. Um, so there's those two there, and I might give one away, and everything. I think that's really cool looking. So there's those two there, and then this other person had these candles and all, um, bluegrass bliss, and this one was my favorite one, berry berry. It's very berry, kind of strawberry, kind of, and it smells so good. Okay, and then I got bluegrass bliss apple cider donut, and they're all handmade and everything. I just love finding handmade finds and all. There's that. I got two of these bath bombs and all. This is cupcake one, and then there's just a regular one. I've been wanting to make some of these bath bombs and stuff. I really like to make those sometime. Those are really cool. Like this kind here. I mean, the cupcake one's cool too. But anyways, there's that. Then I got some, I need to get this back in the refrigerator. This, Boone Creek Creamery, um, excuse me, plain old pimento cheese and all. It looks amazing. Okay, I just love pimento cheese. Homemade pimento cheese is really the best. But it's Boone Creek Creamery, and it's www.boonecreamery.com, and you can have all sorts of types of cheeses and all. So I need to put that back in the refrigerator. So there's that. This lady, I was going to do a video. Let's see. What's the name of this? I don't know what it says. Let's see. Iron something. Those are kind of expensive. No, wood. I don't know what it says. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Made in South Africa, the bowl. And then, I don't know what it says. I don't know how to read that. Okay. So I really like this one and I really like that one. I couldn't decide which one I like better. I mean, I like colors and then I like black and white. Okay. So that's cool. And I really do like these. The pot holders were worth it. These were $8. I mean, that's a lot still, but to get a craft that you can't get, anywhere else and all, it's really nicely made. I didn't even get her business card, but maybe we'll go to one on a different day. The one I thought it'd be a little bit bigger, but it just wasn't. Okay. God, did my dad just come by? No. Okay. I thought it'd be a little bit bigger, but I mean, you know what I mean? A little bit bigger, farmhouse. Not farmhouse. I'm so tired. Um, flea. No. What's it called? Flea market. It's not a flea market. I'm so tired. Farmer's market. Okay. But they had all different ones and stuff, but I just thought that one was cute and different. Then they had, just summer ones and all. And I should have even gotten the July 4th one and everything. I couldn't make my mind up. I was just kind of going through them and stuff. I should have done a video, but I just couldn't. I just didn't because I was just too overwhelmed with my heat. The heat was just, excuse me, it was just horrible. It was absolutely horrible. The heat was, and it just made me so sick. It's like 85 to 90 degrees yesterday, and it was humid. But it does feel a lot better at night, and then in the morning it was 66 degrees this morning, and that did feel a lot better, so that's good. It's better to work in the morning way early. 66 degrees, that's, good temperature and all. But anyways, there's that. Okay. And these two right here, that was hers. Okay. But I think that's neat because those were made in South Africa. Okay. Something really different and all. I like that. It kind of has that, what is it? That Halloween, Midnight Before Christmas kind of look, sort of. Okay. And then the colored one, that was hers right there. Okay. And these were one right here. Okay. And then that one was one there. I think that's everything. I got, just, not very much strawberries and, tomatoes and peaches, and I should have had them separated, but, it is what it is. I usually always tell that guy that, but forgot to tell him. Because, like I said, it was just so freaking hot that I really couldn't think that good because it's just so hot. But good thing it was inside and all. But anyways, it looks like it says it has something on it. I can't see what it says. Looks like it might be our company, Lexington, Kentucky. Nose horse feathers. That's the name of her horse feathers. Is that right? Lexington, Kentucky, or noise feathers. Horse feathers would sound probably better. But anyways, there's those. Okay, and everything. Now I think about it, I should have gotten a few more of these instead of getting both of these. I might give one of these away. Like I said, I don't need both of them. They're both really cute. It's just hard to, which one do I like? Which one would somebody else like, and which one do I like, kind of thing. Okay. Those are really nice and sturdy, and that's really cool. Made in Africa. Okay. Is it horse feathers? Or noise feathers? It must be horse feathers. Lexington, Kentucky. $22 for this little ball here. But it's, something you can't get anywhere. It's a handcrafted, handcrafted type thing. I feel kind of bad. That was 24. But I should have just gotten one. But I could give one away, and then I wouldn't feel so bad about it. There's those. You can kind of see, look on the back was. Okay. Anyways, there's that. And everything. I do like the candles. This one's kind of a apple cider donut, more of a fall smell. And this is more of a summer smell. Very berry. It's kind of like a strawberry or whatever berry scent and all. Okay, and this is really cute. That would even be easy to make cupcake. That part on top and all. I don't know what that is. I mean, could just be, well, a small, like, I don't know what that is. But anyways, it could either be that. It feels like a piece of corn. It feels like a piece of corn that's like it was red. But anyways, that would be easy to make too. You could just use, pipe it on there and all. So there's that. Okay. There's the purple. This kind of smells like, it smells real fresh. It's not floral or anything. I'm not really a floral person. I like fruity or fresh. It's real fresh smelling. And this is real fresh smelling too. I don't know. It's hard to say what it smells like and all. So these are, this part here is a mold. And then they would pipe it on with a piping type thing that you use for, to make cupcakes and stuff like that. Okay, there's those. Okay, so that's it. Thank you all for stopping by my channel and all. Please like and subscribe. And as always, have a good night. I hope this is as good as the pimento cheese that I got at Kroger's. They hand make it there, usually on the weekends and stuff. And they even had a white cheese cream, like a white cheese that, pimento cheese. It was white. But anyways, because my aunt Ann, excuse me, and I used to get that on the weekends and with crackers, and it was really good. But anyways, just hang out and talk to each other, spend quality time, and eat some crackers, and either watch UK basketball game because basketball is my favorite sport, or hang out and watch something. My cousin is in the pros, baseball, and he used to be on certain teams. He was on the Mets the last time I heard. He's been on quite a different teams. He's a pitcher, and it's just amazing seeing somebody on TV and be able to watch him and everything. It's a really fun thing to do. He's an amazing, you know, he's the one that pitches the ball and all. I mean, he's had several people, he's a heck of a baseball player because he started playing, t-ball when he was a little child, and then he started playing baseball. Then he went to college and played on the college team at UK, and then you just get better and better and better, and now he's a pro pitcher and all. I think that's pretty cool. We'd watch him on TV, just like my nieces grew up, playing tennis and all, and now they're really like up there good. I mean, they played 3 tennis matches last weekend. They won all 3 of them, and then the last one they lost. They came in. Well, somebody won ahead of them 1 and 2, and then they got 3 and 4. But what it was they played a game and everything, and then normally they have timed rest in between, like they really kick to people's butt, beforehand, and then the last match, they it was just hard because you didn't have much time to rest, like 30 minutes to 45 minutes to rest and all. But what makes them good tennis players is Kennedy is right-handed on the tennis racket, and Addie is no wait, Addie is right-handed and Kennedy is left-handed, and they can play a really good tennis match. I mean, nobody really can beat them. You know what I'm saying? One being right-handed and one being left-handed, and when somebody on the left-handed, is left-handed and all, and they're hitting the ball with the left hand, then because normally it's just people with the right hand, then it's hard to get the tennis ball back over the net and all. So they've won every game. I mean, they're in high school. They just they just got into high school. They're freshmen in high school and all. They're really excellent tennis players. My brother is a lawyer, and his wife is a lawyer, and all. They live in Louisville. They My brother put up. This is pretty wild. He put up a tennis court in his backyard, and it's lighted and all. I mean, the original tennis court. The like you would when you go to play an opponent, like at a park or something, or apartment community. But it's lighted and all. It's a really nice tennis court, and he just put it up last Christmas for them, but they couldn't really play on it. But that way they can get better and better and better. They have tennis, they have a tennis court in the backyard and all. And because my brother was a tennis player, and so was Julie. My brother was an excellent tennis player, and everything. He played tennis in college and all, and he was also a teacher for tennis and everything. But he did really well in tennis and all. But he ended up being a lawyer. But he's a really good lawyer. He's a real estate lawyer, and he's a partner in Louisville. And my sister-in-law Julie is also a lawyer. My brother graduated from. I wish I could have gone there. Transy. I really wanted to go to that. He went there, and then he got a scholarship for law school, at Dayton Law School, and that's where he met Julie, and they hit it off, and they're perfect together and all. And then they had the twins. A lot later. Addie and Kennedy are twins. They're identical twins. They're so cute and all. They're just adorable. They've grown up. Gosh, I can't believe I used to babysit them when they were babies. Take pictures and stuff of them, feeling silly or whatever. And they've grown up. They're 13 years old now. I can't even believe it. But they're such pretty girls. They've got red hair. We think that they got red hair from Julie's dad, and my dad used to have red hair, but now his hair is blonde and all. And my dad was like, I couldn't wear the color red because my hair is red. And I was like, well, you could have. There's certain shades of red and all. And then he was like, well, my mom told me not to wear red and all that kind of thing. I said, well, now you can wear red because you have kind of a, you know, it's like a blondish white color. Okay, my dad looks really really young for his age. He's 80 years old. He doesn't even look 80. He looks, I mean, he looks like he's about 60 or 70. You know what I'm saying? He looks very young. That's kind of where I get my looks from my dad. My dad looks really young and stuff. I mean, I always used to get carded. I mean, I had my driver's license, and half of my friends had fake IDs, and they didn't get carded, but I got carded because I looked so young. But anyways, and my dad was like, he really likes the color red and everything. I said, well, now you can wear red because your hair is blondish, whitish blonde, the light blonde, you know what I mean, the light blonde color. And it's got gray, but you can't see the gray. And I was like, but now you would look really good in red because your hair's not a dark red. And he goes, oh, well, he goes, that makes a lot of, he told me that made a lot of sense to him. I thought that was so cute. And everything. I gotta find him something for his birthday. Maybe a red polo shirt if I can get a good deal on it or whatever. He likes polo shirts. I mean, he's pretty, you know, um, as far as very, traditional, polo shirts and khakis or jeans, Nike, Brooks tennis shoes, stuff like that. But he's very, kind of a classy guy and all. Um, I don't know what I'm able to get him because he's an impossible person to buy for. He likes golf and everything, but he's not playing golf as much as he was. But maybe I can get him a gift card somewhere. he can get himself something. I never do what it is. He's a hard person to buy for. Sometimes I'll hit, that something he really likes and he really likes it, and there's other times I don't hit the right thing, and that's when he gets kind of mad. But because he said he didn't really like accepting gifts for some reason, but a gift card is something, I hate to just get a gift card, but he's just an impossible person to buy for. Or if I can get, on sale somewhere, a red or navy or a blue, one of those colors, or even black, I guess, a polo shirt, he'd wear that. Um, if I can get something on sale, sometimes Macy's had those things on sale and all. Sometimes TJ Maxx has some. I'd have to really look and all. I mean, he would take a polo. He would be happy with a polo shirt and everything. And he likes Brooks tennis shoes. But anyways, I don't know how I got off on that. But anyways, here's what, like I said, excuse me, here's what I got. And all, about my dad the other day. Got really, really upset. This happened on Sunday. I was in complete shock. He came over. He's kind of been acting really bad because he's got dementia, I think. And it was starting of it. And, well, has been beginning starting of it for about a year. It's just gotten worse and worse. And he's been throwing fits and yelling and screaming at me. And I just try to ignore him and stuff, but sometimes I just can't ignore him. I mean, he just doesn't ever, he's never really even acted like that. And, upsetting. We had a talk, we had a really good talk, and I just said, we're not going to be yelling, mostly him yelling at me because of his dementia. He gets frustrated and stuff, and he's very much a perfectionist, and just said there's no reason to yell and scream because you really can't get things solved like that. But anyways, I thought we had a good understanding. My dad's usually a pretty fair guy, you know, and all. He was a general manager and he was a buyer and stuff before he retired and all, um, and everything. But anyways, or commercial manager. He was a general manager for a while, but he had a heart attack, and then he didn't want to go back to that and all. So he became a commercial manager, which is basically a buyer. And he's been retired for a while, and then, didn't expect for this to happen, but, things happen, you just can't do anything about it, but it's been horrible. We've been going to the, laundry mat and all. It's fun to get out of the house and all, and just got a laundry mat and kind of have, quality time with my dad and all. But my dad, has been throwing fits in the laundry mat. He's been acting horrible. He would have never acted like this. And I had been like ignoring him. People are looking at us because my dad wouldn't stop yelling. He talks a lot. I thought I talked a lot. He talks more than me. And I was just kind of ignoring him, and, because I just couldn't. If I ignore him and don't give him attention, then he, you know what I mean, gets really mad because he likes to talk a lot. And he's like, are you going to not talk to me? I mean, he talks more than me. I thought I talked a lot. But anyways, he's just been acting horrible. He's been forgetting things. I mean, he doesn't, repeats things over and over again. And I just have to give him some slack or whatever. But I told him not to embarrass me anymore. I mean, freak, it drives me crazy. I go up to Family Dollar, look around, maybe about 15 minutes, and then in between where I have everything in the washer and it's not ready to come out, and he just about freaks out every time I go down there. I just, want a little bit of time and all. And then he gets mad and comes down there and yells at me in the freaking store. It's so embarrassing. And so he never did any of that before. Try to tell him not to do it, but he does it anyways. But anyways, what happened the other night, everything was fine. And then I just asked him just to go get me like some Diet Cokes because I don't have a car right now, and some ice and milk and something else. You know what I'm saying? Not very many things. And he won't. He won't be doing that again. But anyways, he went up to the. Because I just said, just go right up here. It's just right around the corner. And he wouldn't go to Kroger's. Okay? So he went all the way back to Palomar. He likes to go to Walmart. And it's a little Walmart, for like, a little grocery store. and went there, and apparently he had chest pains. He came back over here. I mean, he didn't even call him or anything. Came back over here, and he was, like stressed out, and he was yelling at me again. And I said, "You need to calm down. We've already had this discussion." He's like, "I've got chest pains. I've got chest pains." And I said, "Do you want me to call, 911 and everything?" And he took, I guess, a heart pill because he has, he had open heart surgery, so many years ago and all. And he had 6 of them put in. Well, anyways, um, he was having chest pains, and I said, "You want me to call 911?" I'm sitting there freaking out. What it is he's been playing these jokes on me by saying he's having chest pains, and it wasn't even funny by him saying this. He's having chest pains all the time, playing around and just trying to mess with me because he's kind of a jokester and all. But there's time for joking around, and there's time to not joke around about stuff like that. And so I didn't know, and then I was like, "Yeah, you're having a lot of chest pains." And he's like, "Well, I took this pill and all, and I should feel better." I mean, he freaking drove from the grocery store to my house, and he said the people at the grocery store told me not to leave. And I said, "Well, maybe you should have listened to him." My dad's very stubborn. He does whatever he wants to do when he wants to do it. He doesn't listen to anybody else. So, he drove over to my house, and if you can believe it, when he had a heart attack at work, he was walking around the plant, and then he decided he probably should go to the hospital, and he had drove himself to the hospital. He's just very, I mean, I have an A personality, but there's a time when you have somebody else drive you or do whatever. So I was like, "You need to call 911." He's no, and then I was like, I probably need to, and you know what I'm saying, and everything. And then he left, and I said, "You shouldn't have gone to the grocery." I didn't know just 3 or 4 things. He freaked out. Maybe he didn't take his pill or whatever. He took his pill in front of me, and he was freaking out and all. And then after that, he drove home. He talked to me on the phone, and then basically, I said, "If you don't call me back, I'm gonna send 911 over to your house. You better call me back. Let me know you're okay." He didn't. Now I know it costs money. And then a friend of mine said that you can call for like a wellness call and stuff. And I looked it up, and it said it was free. So I called 911, and I told them, what my dad, called, and then he hung up, and I told him to call me back when he got home. He was having chest pains, and he's just a very stubborn person, and he was driving home having chest pains. He doesn't listen to people. The people at, Palomar Walmart, they said that, to stay up there, and he probably freaked them out. He freaked me out, and then, I don't know what to do. And the fact that I didn't have a car, couldn't just drive over there. I mean, my mom's been gone for 5 years. I don't have those people's number that are by where my dad lives, in Palomar Hills. I don't have their numbers. Anybody around there should probably get their numbers in Palomar Hills and all. But the thing of it is I told him, if you don't call me back, like when you get home, and everything, I'm gonna send him over there because I had no choice. And I mean, I'm glad that I did it. I did do the right thing and all, and it wasn't a charge like what it is in Lexington, Kentucky. And I don't know if it is like this in the other states, but the police started this. The police, started this complimentary wellness where they go by and make sure that the person's okay.